So what's really going on with this transhumanist thing is if you want to look at the New World Order agenda, when people were researching this 20, 30 years ago, especially people like David Icke, they were warning that the ultimate end game of this agenda was to have a one world government, a one world army, a one world currency, and a microchip population. Now, I still think that holds true, but the technology has advanced a lot since people like David Icke were talking about this in the 90s and other great researchers too. But, it's not just Icke, but Bill Cooper was another great one. Gary Allen was talking about it way back in the 70s. Um, Now the technology is at the point where you don't really need big fat microchips. Like something the size of a centimeter is obsolete because there's nanotechnology that was in, I talked about this in my articles during the COVID scamdemic. Nanotech was being in
Right.
all the vaccines. We know that it can be put into the air. There's all the chemtrail and geoengineering that's been happening for decades now. It can be put in that. It can be put in food. So they don't need something as clumsy as a big chip under your skin or brain. Although, yeah, Elon Musk is also pushing the whole Neuralink with an actual chip in your brain. But no matter what kind of technology they use, the ultimate aim is to get some kind of chip in the body in some way so that it can override your sovereignty, your willpower. It can basically feed you thoughts and emotions and control you. And once it's in your body, you're going to have way less chance of resisting it. Now, obviously, to most people, instinctually, when they hear this idea, there's going to be a repulsion. There's going to be an idea of like, what the hell? I don't want something foreign in my body. And indeed, the human body is designed so that we have an immune system, we have antibodies. When something that doesn't belong in the body gets in there, it's attacked by the immune system, and the immune system tries to push it out. Um, when we're talking about things that are made of synthetic materials, whether it's metallic or plastic or polymer or silicon or whatever, the body is not going to readily accept that and just allow it to be part of it. It's going to try to fight it and push it and get it out. Um, so this is probably the real key part of the New World Order because for this force that wants ultimate control, they have achieved a lot of control through the control of the monetary system. They've achieved a lot of control through the control, the idea of government, the idea of authority, and then controlling the governments around the world. They've also achieved a lot of control through information control, censorship, and
Right. The media. Right.
perception control, and that control of the media, control of entertainment, control of education is all a subset of that. But ultimately, they can only go so far with these things, and they have gone pretty far. But what they really want is the ultimate state of control, where they're not relying on someone being propagandized or brainwashed with the media or the education system or relying on government or believing in authority. They have direct access to someone's brain and they just send commands into that brain, and those commands are followed, and there is no way to resist because then they have the ultimate slave population. So how do they achieve that? Well, they want some way where they can send commands and thoughts and directions into someone's head, and this person has no choice. They can't fight back. They have to obey it. So technology is advancing all the time, and we don't even know what's really possible because what's in the public arena is nothing compared to what is
Right. Right.
the deep underground military bases and hidden away from public eyesight. But basically, they want some kind of technology in some way to have the whole human population reduced to slave state. And so that's how things like Neuralink and transhumanism come into this, that they want to try to merge us with machines and merge us, get something in our body, nanochips, microchips, so that there is no possible way that people can revolt or rebel.